you probably end up with liver issues, high blood pressure, cancer, heart issues. There is um, for every action, there's a reaction, right?
Definitely.
So, what is your life worth to you? Your friends, so you gotta find out what is your truth. Because at the end of the day, it comes down to you. It comes down to you. And how when you look in the morning, how do you feel? If you're okay with yourself, because we all have to be okay with ourselves. At the end of the day, no friend, no family. They can say, "Oh, I feel for you," or "Yes, everything's okay." But at the end of the day, it's all about you because we come to this world by ourselves and we go out by ourselves. We get support, and every day you wake up, you are one step near to death. Think about that. Every day
That's
you wake
true.
up, you are one
I do
step,
think about that.
right? You're one step. And what is death? Now, the thing is, everybody's afraid of death. So all the Christians who go, "Oh, heaven, heaven," but then as soon they get they don't want to go.
Yeah.
They all say, "Oh, heaven, heaven, I can't wait to get there." But then if they, okay, hey, I can get you real fast.
There's this Bahamian song, everybody will go to heaven, but nobody one day. Yeah,
Exactly,
yeah.
right? So once you fear death, then you will always have issues because if you don't understand the principle of life, the fact is everything is impermanent. Every single thing is impermanent. Even 2 minutes ago, the breath, your body has changed from then to now. You were not the same person 2 minutes ago. You were not. Because by then, you had shared some cells. Your breath has been different. That's not the same breath. Your mind, your thought, where you are in the space is different. So we always, every single moment, we
Ever evolving.
Yes, every single moment you are changing. You're changing, right? So if you get stuck in a place where you are not aware of this change, and you start clinging to, "Oh, I want to keep my house, I want to keep this girlfriend, I want to keep my family, I want to keep my money, I want to keep my this." When you start clinging, right, to those things that was over there, right, you are never open to the moment now. And then you spend so much time either trying to relive that or trying to think about what you're going to go there and not living the moment. So being true is living your moment. Living your moment because we're not guaranteed tomorrow.
I didn't even know how to live in the moment.
Living the moment is getting up and not following all of the preconditioned stuff that you were told, right? Everybody get up and they go into fog, right? They get up and they follow the same program. Based on how you grow up, you get up, you might get some tea in the morning, you might go take a bath, you might put your clothes on, see, we have all these routines, right? Is that being true to yourself? What do you really want? Do you really want breakfast? Do you really want breakfast? Or is it just something they were told you to eat in the morning? Do you feel like you want breakfast?
Listening.
Then don't eat it. If you don't feel it, don't eat it. You know what I'm saying? It's all those conditioning things that make us part of society. And then we feel when we disconnect from society, we feel, "Oh, we are alone." But you are alone all the time. It's just these things you're holding on to that's making you feel as though I have a great life.
No, but really and truly.
Really and truly, it's not. It's deep. It's very deep. So what I preach, what I teach, what I practice is living a life that is true to myself. I have kids. Now my oldest daughter is 42. Okay.
Wait, how old are you?
60. This year, 60.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you was in your 40s,
no,
man.
I'm 60. So I'm saying, you see, the assumption that age, people put these things on age because they say, okay, when you're 40, you must have this. When you're 50 or when you're 60, you must be this, you must be that. You know, I don't believe in that. I'm still David Bowen. I was 18 years old, still in Freeport High School in Freeport. I'm still the same
and
David.
You admit that energy too.
You know, I can do everything physically. I can do everything more or less like I used to do when I was 18. You know, I'm not different. I have more responsibility because I got children and I got work and I got a mortgage, but I'm the same person. And so my reality is when I teach, I try to say, listen, I am 60. Those days are a lot of them are 40s and 50s. And they all overweight and they can't move and they got issues and they got problems. because their reality is they feel they have to achieve certain things in status to have status and so on and so forth. And they put on pounds because they're men like, cushion for the pushing, so to speak. Right?
Definitely.
But half of them got diabetes because of it, or they have heart problems because of it.
But all right, so now we live in a post-slavery society
Yes.
where we are still battling through that pain. That I would call it a generational curse because we haven't learned to let go of the practices of our parents.
You know why? It's religion.
Now, I was just gonna ask you, how do we break this generational curse that I've just described?
Slavery is interesting because for a long time, well, when I first moved to New York in 1979, until then, I didn't know I was Black. Until New York, I didn't know Black was an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was born in Turks and Caicos, lived in the Bahamas, and everywhere I went in Jamaica, they were all countries run by Black people.
Definitely.
Yes, we had England and but basically all my teachers were Black, and people who I look up to were Black, and there was no issue. I knew there were white people there, of course,
mm-hmm.
But in the United States, my color made an issue. I couldn't get a taxi at night trying to get from.
And which year was this?
This is 1979 in New York.
Oh,
trying to get a taxi from Broadway, from Midtown into Brooklyn. You put your hand up. They start, where you going? Brooklyn. Oh, they go boom, boom. Or I try to call someplace and my voice, they can't tell that I'm Black, right? And my name, I don't have one of those names, Shaquan.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
So I'm David Bowen. Okay, how do I want to, boom. The moment it's fine on the phone, but when I step into the place, the real place, they can't, I'm sorry, but so I thought, and then I started realizing the Black Americans didn't like me either.
Because they thought you were acting.
No.
Okay.
Because all Caribbean people have a different work ethic. We will take 2 and 3 jobs because we know where we're going with it. They'll prefer to sit down and do nothing, just say, oh, the white man. When we come to the United States, if you find, I can guarantee that 99% of all Caribbean people who go to America, they make it.
Yeah.
They make it.
The numbers is true.
They make it.
Yeah.
They've gone into neighborhoods where the Black people, they have not done anything for themselves, right? Where all their stores are run by Koreans and Chinese,
mm-hmm.
right? They don't have their own stuff. And then the people from the Caribbean come in. Next thing you know, they own brownstones, they own businesses and stuff because we work differently. We don't use it as a crutch. We don't say, oh, yes, we know there's issues.
Mm-hmm.
But in the States, there are the issues because you have the white people and then you have the Asian people and then you have the Black people, the African Americans, all fighting you. So I had a hard time there. I thought I'll be accepted, but I wasn't because of where I'm from. You see? So it's a whole another level. And then I found out the African Americans who use the word African Americans don't like Africans.
Yeah.
Right? They don't like Africans. So it's like, woo. All right, so have you gone to Africa? I don't want to go out of Africa. Why? Because other issues, And in Africa, slavery still exists, In Africa, slavery still exists between Africans. There was always slavery between Africans. Because if your tribe capture my tribe, what do? You make me your slaves.
But wasn't it more a privilege than to rather be killed?
Well, okay.
Because I'm looking at it from either you're a slave or you're killed.
Right. But my point is not so much that choice. I'm saying that slavery is something that was not done to us by the white man.
Mm-hmm.
It was always done to us by ourselves.
True.
Understand? So the white man did not go into deep Africa, He didn't know how to get to Africa. The Africans bought their captured tribes, their slaves, and they brought them to the coast to sell to the white man.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way the white man could go into deep Africa because he would die. He would not survive. So this whole mindset that they came, yes, they were raped and stuff, but it wasn't like they just came and just got us. Our own brothers and sisters were the ones who sold us to the people, right?
Yeah.
So what happened? So here's the shit. We got shipped over to the United States to the Caribbean. And don't forget, only 10% of slaves went to America. 90% went to the Caribbean. So when the African Americans start talking about,
I didn't know that.
yes, only 10% of slaves went to, and why do you think there's black people in Jamaica, in Haiti, and Dominican Republic, in Turks and Caicos, and Bahamas? Because 90% of the slaves went to the Caribbean. Only 10% went to the United States. You see?
Because I always look at the terrain of America and how large it is, and I would say,
yeah. I think back in those days, they weren't so much the United States. They were only the small places that they call United States.
I got
13 colonies.
I got
13 now. You see, it developed to something over years, but it's only 13 colonies.
I didn't even know that.
Yes. And they only had they had cotton. Now down in the Caribbean, there was sugar. And that was huge. And cotton. So 90% of the slaves went to the Caribbean. So if anybody got to complain, we the one got to complain. But what happened was we got over the shit real fast because after we recognized that it happened, we are here.